Akin Lobeye. Get the vibes and get the feeling. Yes, Media Academy Radio.
Where hit music lives.
Oh yes. Yes Radio, èyí máa kẹ̀dẹ̀ tún yàtọ̀. Yes Media Academy Radio máa rè é. The first Media Academy Radio máa rè é. Yes Radio ni Yes Media Academy Radio. Yes Radio ni Yes Media Academy Radio. Èyí yàtọ̀ gan, oyin ni oyin o. Oyin ni Yes Radio ni Yes Media Academy Radio. Best music la wá ń jù, orin tó dáa tó tutù dọ́kàn o. Yes Radio ni Yes Media Academy Radio. Best highlights Yes Radio lẹ́tì máa gbọ́. Yes Radio ni Yes Media Academy Radio. Bóyá fún latest news ìròyìn bó ṣe ń lọ ní yàjóyàjó. Yes Radio ni Yes Media Academy Radio. Best views Yes Radio lẹ́tì máa rí. Yes Radio ni Yes Media Academy Radio. Àwọn ètò lóríṣiríṣi entertainment àti ìgbàdégbà o. Yes Radio ni Yes Media Academy Radio. Yes Radio ni Yes Media Academy Radio. Yes Radio ni Yes Media Academy Radio. Everybody jẹ́ ká gbọ́, jẹ́ ká gbọ́, ó yá ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́, ká jọ gbọ́, everybody ká jọ gbọ́, ká jọ gbọ́. Àwa la lédè lálórí, àwa ló lè tó kán lọ́gbà, àwa la ṣètò táyé ń fẹ́, àwa ló ní ìròyìn tó nípọn, àwa la ṣètò tó mọ́gbọ́n wá, àwa la ṣètò tó gbáyé o. Yes Media Academy, rédíò táyé ń fẹ́. Rédíò táyé ń fẹ́. Yes Media Academy Radio. Rédíò táyé ń fẹ́. The First Media Academy Radio. Rédíò táyé ń fẹ́.
Gúdúgúdú kan, ìyá àlù kan, àdìsá lálóyìn lòun o. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Èdè bàbá èdè. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Ọ̀rọ̀ bàbá ọ̀rọ̀ o. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Àṣà bàbá àṣà. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Agbórin ni ẹ bá wa kọ́ ẹ máa kọ́ lọ. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Agbórin ni ẹ bá wa kọ́ ẹ máa kọ́ lọ. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Ẹ̀bùn lórí wa ọlọ́run ló ń pè mí. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Ọpẹ́ ní f'Olúwa tó fi rán wa sáyé. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Òjò lórí wa ayíbo mi jà o. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Òjò lórí wa ayíbo mi sọ̀tẹ̀ o. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Torí méjì bá dé àpárá ńlé para oko ni. Igi ọ̀pẹ lórí wa ọlọ́run ló ń fún yàtọ̀ o. Èdè bàbá èdè o. N ló fi jẹ́ pé gbogbo ara ni bíbí ìṣòwò o. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Àpá ọ̀pẹ òkun lórí wa wọ́n gbọ́n tì. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Bọ́n ṣe ń gbọ́n lóyún àtó ń gbalẹ̀ gbogbo mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Àgbàdo lórí wa wọ́n yá lóko bá. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Wọ́n jẹ nílé jẹ lóko wọ́n fi bọ́tà yàtọ̀ mọ́. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Ọ̀rọ̀ bàbá ọ̀rọ̀ o. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Gúdúgúdú kan, ìyá àlù kan, àdìsá lálóyìn létè o. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Ẹ̀bùn bàbá ẹ̀bùn. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Ọ̀rọ̀ àgbọn lórí wa kò lè yọ mọ́ Ádámọ̀. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Ó ṣe lómi nínú Olúwa lóye. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Lẹ́wọ̀n lámọ́dọ́ lè mú wọn gbádà orin. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Ẹ̀wù orin, ṣòkòtò orin, fìlà orin. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Bàtà orin mo tẹ̀pá orin òye ìdílé. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Ẹ̀yẹ̀ wà lójó rówó mú wòmù lẹ́yìn ọba kan. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Torí ẹ̀yà àgbẹ̀ ló laró Olúwa ló fún un ṣe. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Àṣà bàbá àṣà o. Èdè bàbá èdè o. Láyé àdìsá ti dóde o. Àgbà yìí ẹ wá tọ́ o. Ẹ̀yin bọ̀bọ̀ ẹ lọ dé fìlà. Ẹ̀yin àǹtí ẹ lọ wé gèlè. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sáàpù àdìsá o. Níbi tó ti sì ń gbà kan jù ú. Ó sì ń gbà kan jù ú. Ó sì ń gbà kan jù ú. Ọmọléèwé ẹ̀yà ká lọ. Mọ̀jẹ̀sí ẹ sá máa bọ̀. Ẹ tẹ̀lé wa ẹ sá máa bọ̀. Orí ń bẹ lọ́dọ̀ wa. Àlùjọ ń bẹ ẹ máa mi. Bọ̀bọ̀ mú bébí ẹ o. Bóyá ká lọ sáàpù àdìsá. Níbi tó ti sì ń gbà kan jù ú. Ó sì ń gbà kan jù ú. Ó sì ń gbà kan jù ú. Kìlákàlà jígan. Bóyá ká jọjú. Fẹ̀sọ̀jọ́. Láyé ló lè rẹ̀. Tìlú torí. Máa sọ méjì náà rọ̀. Dàsíá. Kò jẹ́ music rẹ̀. Títún ní. Bóyá ká jọjú. Fẹ̀sọ̀jọ́. Láyé ló lè rẹ̀. Tìlú torí. Máa sọ méjì náà rọ̀. Dàsíá. Yorùbá music rẹ̀. Títún ní. Jó síwájú jó sẹ́yìn.
Maloma jóbi olókun. Maloma milẹ̀gbẹ̀ bí ọlọ́sà. Maloma jóbi olókun. Maloma milẹ̀gbẹ̀ bí ọlọ́sà. Eré yá o jẹ́ ká ṣeré.
Jó síwájú jó sẹ́yìn.
Maloma jóbi olókun. Maloma milẹ̀gbẹ̀ bí ọlọ́sà. Maloma jóbi olókun. Maloma milẹ̀gbẹ̀ bí ọlọ́sà. Ìjòyà o jẹ́ ká jọjó. Maloma jóbi olókun. Maloma milẹ̀gbẹ̀ bí ọlọ́sà. Maloma jóbi olókun. Maloma milẹ̀gbẹ̀ bí ọlọ́sà. Eré yá o jẹ́ ká ṣeré.
Ẹ bá ń já wọn sí, ẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn sí, ẹ já wọn sí, ẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn sí, kẹ́ẹ̀sì wọn sílẹ̀ o, ẹ má ṣe mú wọn. Ẹ sì wọ́n sí ilẹ̀ o, ẹ jẹ́ kán máa jó lọ. Jẹ́ kí wọ́n rí ká nínú pépà, kí wọ́n rí ìwò o lórí tẹ́lì. Jẹ́ kí wọ́n rí gbọ́ lórí rédíò pàtí sáàdọ́lé eléré gbèrè. Rẹ́ wọn sí,
Já wọn sí,
já wọn sí,
rẹ́ wọn sí,
rẹ́ wọn sí.
já wọn sí.
Òkò tó ń forí jọ, kò tún fi rú jọ. Ẹ lè kó látilẹ̀ o títí tó fi dókè, ẹ tẹ̀lé kó látòkè o títí tó fi dé sàlẹ̀. Já wọn sí,
Rẹ́ wọn sí,
àjùra wa lọ láì Addis, ìyẹn kì í ṣe ti já. Já wọn sí,
rẹ́ wọn sí.
àgbo láìwọlá tó fẹ̀yìn rìn agbára náà lọ mú wa o kò sá. Ìsẹ̀yìn láwọ́ gbà o pé ọ̀gá ní màsítà o. Àtẹ̀tí orin sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà o.
Ẹ wá jó bá mi jó. Bóyá kájọjó. Ẹ wá jó bá mi jó.
Àti orin sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà.
Bóyá kájọjó.
Bùrọ̀dá wa kan wò.
Ẹ wá jó bá mi jó.
Àǹtí jẹ́ níbẹ̀.
Bóyá kájọjó.
Rẹ̀dì mi ó ń yọ bọ́tà o.
Ẹ wá jó bá mi jó.
Rẹ̀dì mi ó ń yọ bọ́tà.
Bóyá kájọjó.
Wá jẹ́ Yorùbá mi
Ẹ
ṣe.
wá jó bá mi jó.
Jọjẹ́ mi sí.
Bóyá kájọjó.
Àti sàforin sẹ́kọ̀ọ́
Ẹ
náà.
wá jó bá mi jó.
Láì forin sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà o.
Bóyá kájọjó.
Èyí ni fún
Ẹ
fọ́ọ̀sì.
wá jó bá mi jó.
Àtìyọ pẹ̀lú fún fọ́ọ̀sì.
Bóyá kájọjó.
Láìwọ́n láàmú òdàgbò tó fẹ̀
Ẹ
yìí rí.
wá jó bá mi jó.
Agbára ló lọ mú wa.
Bóyá kájọjó.
Àti sàforin sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà o.
Ẹ wá jó bá mi jó.
Torí iṣẹ́ mi ní òwò mi ní.
Bóyá kájọjó.
Mo gbọ́kọ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo
Ẹ
àdìrò.
wá jó bá mi
Mo
jó.
gbàgèrè lọ́wọ́ ṣèdòṣèdò.
Bóyá kájọjó.
Àníṣe orí èmi yékéyéké
Ẹ wá jó
àníṣà.
bá mi jó.
Jọjẹ́ mi sí.
Bóyá kájọjó.
Èyí ni Yorùbá mi sí.
Ẹ wá jó bá mi jó.
Àti forin sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà o.
Bóyá kájọjó.
Mo fẹ́ ẹ̀bọ̀n ọkọ̀ láyé má débi ayọ̀ mi. Àní mo fẹ́ ẹ̀bọ̀n ọkọ̀ láyé má débi ayọ̀ mi. Èmi mẹ́ni kúléwé dáadáa má débi ayọ̀ mi. Mẹ́ni kúléwé dáadáa má débi ayọ̀ mi. Ọ̀nà yòówù kọ́tà mi gbà ẹ̀mí má débi ayọ̀ mi. Gbogbo ohun tó ń kọ́tà mi ṣe mi máa débi ayọ̀ mi. Ohun tó bá wù kọ́tà mi dà èmi máa débi ayọ̀ mi. Èmi mẹ́ni kúléwé dandan máa débi ayọ̀ mi. Mẹ́ni kúléwé dandan máa débi ayọ̀ mi. Mo fẹ́ ẹ̀bùn ọkọ̀ láyé má débi ayọ̀ mi. Mo ti yan orí ọlọ́lá wá sáyé mi ò yan orí akọ́bàtà. Orí ọwọ́ kan mú wáyé mi ò yan aṣẹ́ gíta. Òkè òkè ní pín mi tí mo yan òkè lólúwa mi gbé wá o. Ibi gíga gíga sálẹ̀ mi lọ òkè lọ́lọ́run mi gbé wá. Mi ní ìkúlẹ̀ ìwé dandan. Má débi ayọ̀ mi. Èmi mi ní ìkúlẹ̀ ìwé dandan. Má débi ayọ̀ mi. Orí owó mo mú wáyé mi ò yan orí àkóbátà o. Òkè òkè ní pín mi tí mo yan mi ò yan orí aṣẹ́ gíta o. Òkè ní pín mi tí mo yan òkè lọ́lá mi yóò máa re o. Ibi gíga gíga sálẹ̀ mi lọ òkè lólúwa mi gbé wá o. Ibi mi ní ìkúlẹ̀ ìwé dandan. Má débi ayọ̀ mi. Gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ mi ló ń lọ́wọ́ èmi máa ní tèmi. Gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ mi ló ń kọ́lé èmi máa kọ́ tèmi dandan. Gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ mi ló ra mọ́tò èmi máa ra tèmi. Gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ mi ló bímọ èmi máa bí tèmi. Èmi máa ní ìsàsètì láyé mo wá. Èmi máa ní ìpàdánù láyé mo wá. Ó nànà mo lọ sí bí gíga. Ó nànà èmi láyé mi ọ̀nà mi yóò dayọ̀. Èmi láyé mi ọ̀nà sí bí gíga. Èmi láyé mi mo máa torí àpèsè. Èmi láyé mi ẹ̀gàn mi á dògo. Ó nànà èmi láyé mi ọ̀nà sí bí gíga. Ọ̀rìṣà lọ́yà tó mòye ọ̀túnba kéèké ti kúnlé ọmọ kalẹ̀ jáyé o. Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀ máa gbọ́ bí mo ṣe ń wí lájọ̀ gan dẹ́dẹ́ bí owó sàn.
Yes Media Academy Radio, ìmọ̀ fún gbogbo olùgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́.
Kókó ẹ ṣílẹ̀kùn o. Kókó ẹ ṣílẹ̀kùn ilé orin o. Kókó ẹ ṣílẹ̀kùn o. Kókó ẹ ṣílẹ̀kùn ilé orin o. Wọ́n bí mi pé kí ni mo fi kan lẹ̀kùn. Mo fa gógó kan. Mo fọmẹlẹ kan. Lọ́wọ́ yìí. Ìlú mẹ́ta òwe mẹ́ta lùjọ́ mẹ́ta ni mo fi kan lẹ̀kùn ilé orin o. Kókó ẹ ṣílẹ̀kùn o. Kókó ẹ ṣílẹ̀kùn ilé orin o. Kókó ẹ ṣílẹ̀kùn o. Kókó ẹ ṣílẹ̀kùn ilé orin o. Wọ́n bí mi pé kí ni mo fi kan lẹ̀kùn. Mo fa gógó kan. Mo fọmẹlẹ kan. Ìlú mẹ́ta òwe mẹ́ta lùjọ́ mẹ́ta ni mo fi kan lẹ̀kùn ilé orin o. Ṣé ọlọ́run wa tó sùn? Bàbá mo dúpẹ́ tèmi tìyẹ jẹ́ káyọ̀. Orí ìwọ lọ́ba tó lè ṣe kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mi gbogbo. Wọ́n mú tó bọ̀bọ̀, omele àti onípàdé. Wọ́n mú tó wọ́n gbórin wa wọlé dé òtúworin. Bàbá ti dé. Ọlọ́run jọ sílẹ̀kùn. Wọlé bàbá lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Tí mo bá ti mórin jáde. Àní lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Tí mo bá ti mórin jáde. Aṣíwájú lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ o. Tí mo bá ti mórin jáde. Ilé àgọ́dọ̀. Àwọn onígìtá òkèrè láti pàdé mi pẹ̀lú. Wọlé bàbá tún ti lóde Mr. Wallace. Tó bá jẹ́ tó lórí o, àwa la fi rán. Àsìkò yìí ti wá yàtọ̀ ìsìn nọ́mbà. Oníjó pàdé onílù kájọ máa jó ẹgbẹ́ kájọ. Wọlé bàbá tún ti lóde Mr. Wallace. Tó bá jẹ́ tó lórí o, àwa la fi rán. Àsìkò yìí ti wá yàtọ̀ ìsìn nọ́mbà. Oníjó pàdé onílù kájọ máa jó ẹgbẹ́ kájọ. Sáré wá jójú fújì mi wọlé bàbá. Ìgbà ọ̀tún lóde o, ẹ̀wà bá mi jó. Ikú má pa wá kájọ ló gbà yí jẹ́ o. Àdúrà mi sé mi pẹ̀lú gbogbo ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ mi. Gbogbo àwọn táwọn fẹ́ ti wọlé bàbá. àìríná àìrílò kò ní jẹ́ tiwa. Bàbá aláàánú mi lànà àbáyọ. Gbogbo òde táwa bá lọ kárìrè mú wálé.
Orí bàbá tún sí lóde Mr. Wallace. Ló bá jẹ́ tó lórí o, àwa la fi rán. Àsìkò yìí ti wá yàtọ̀ ìṣe nọ́mbà. Oníjó pàdé ojú ẹ̀jẹ̀ máa jó ẹ̀jẹ̀ máa jó.
Ẹ yọ̀ wọlé bá pàtidé. My time has come, everyone rejoice. Ọlọ́run ti mú gbà rere dé. Ayé àtọ̀run ẹ bá mi yọrí ìjọ.
Everyone rejoice. My time has come, everyone rejoice. Wọlé bàbá tún ti dòde Mr. Wallace. Tó bá jẹ́ tó lórí o, àwa la fi rán. Àsìkò yìí ti wá yàtọ̀ nọ́mbà. Oníjó pàdé onílù kájọ máa jó ẹ̀jẹ̀ ká jó. Wọlé bàbá tún ti lóde Mr. Wallace. Ló bá jẹ́ tó lórí o, àwa la fi rán. Àsìkò yìí ti wá yàtọ̀ ìṣe nọ́mbà. Oníjó pàdé onílù kájọ máa jó ẹ̀jẹ̀ ká jó.
Wọlé bàbá tún ti dòde yùrù.
Ẹ̀mújó.
Wọlé bàbá tún ti dòde yùrù.
Ẹ̀mújó.
Bó ṣe ń dún lẹ́ ò fi mọ̀.
Gbé wọlé dé.
Bó ṣe ń dún lẹ́ ò fi mọ̀.
Gbé wọlé dé.
Mo gbé yín dére wa tọ̀wọ̀.
Oyin mọ́mọ́.
Ṣẹ́rí bó ti já sọ́pẹ́.
Ó ti já sọ́pẹ́sọ́pẹ́.
Ṣẹ́rí bó ti já sọ́pẹ́.
Ó ti já sọ́pẹ́sọ́pẹ́.
Àdúrà tí mò ń gbà ní kọ̀ọ̀kan ó ti já sọ́pẹ́.
Àdúrà tí mò ń gbà ní kọ̀kọ̀ ó ti já.
Ṣẹ́rí bó ti já sọ́pẹ́.
Ó ti já sọ́pẹ́sọ́pẹ́.
Ṣẹ́rí bó ti já sọ́pẹ́ náà.
Ó ti já sọ́pẹ́sọ́pẹ́.
Àdúrà tí mò ń gbà ní kọ̀ọ̀kan ó ti já sọ́pẹ́.
Àdúrà tí mò ń gbà ní kọ̀kọ̀ ó ti já. Túnú ẹ̀, ayọ̀ túnú ẹ̀. Bí Wọlé bàbá ń ṣeré tí Olúṣọlá ń lùlù. Má gbé kúrò, má yí kúrò túnú ẹ̀.
Orin ti dòde, àbẹ̀ ò mọ̀ ni. Wọlé bàbá o màlúùkòde. Orin ti dòde, àbẹ̀ ò mọ̀ ni. Wọlé bàbá o màlúùkòde. Ẹ̀gàn pé kóyin má dùn mọ́ igi ti rúwé. Ará ẹ̀ bá mi yọ̀ mo ti jẹ lọ.
Orí ti dòde, àbẹ́ ò mọ̀ ní.
Ṣé o mọ̀ ni?
Wọlé bàbá o
màlúùkòde.
Orí ti
dòde,
àbẹ́ ò mọ̀ ní.
àbẹ̀ ò mọ̀ ni.
Wọlé bàbá o
màlúùkòde.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n pé kóyin má dùn mọ́ igi ti rúwé. Ará ẹ̀ bá mi yọ̀ mo ti jẹ lọ.
Bí mo ṣe ṣe mí kò yẹ ẹnì kankan. Bí mo ṣe kọrin mi kò yẹ èmi gan. Bí mo ṣe ṣe mí kò yẹ ẹnì kankan. Bí mo ṣe kọrin mi kò tiẹ̀ yé èmi gan. Àlùjọ ti pọ̀, Ọlọ́run ló ń bá mi ṣe. Tí n bá wá ṣeré mi òkòtò àforí dìbò.
Orí ti dòde,
abẹ́ ò mọ̀ ní.
Wọlé bàbá o
Àlùkòde.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n pé kóyin má dùn mọ́ igi ti rúwé.
Igi ti rúwé. Ará ẹ̀ bá mi yọ̀ mo ti jẹ lọ. Ọlọ́run dákun èmi ń bẹ̀ ọ́ ní. Wá dá mi lóhùn ògo tún ṣe jù báyìí lọ. Olúwa dákun èmi ń bẹ̀ ọ́ ní. Ọlọ́run dá mi lóhùn ògo tún ṣe jù báyìí lọ. Sọ̀rọ̀ mi dayọ̀ má jẹ́ dàbí lálá. Lálá tó lọ sókè ilẹ̀ ló kù. Ẹjọ́ yé wọn. Orí ti dòde. Wọlé bàbá o.
Yes Media Academy Radio. Ìmọ̀ fún gbogbo olùgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́.
Ó yá tìgẹ́ntìgẹ́ntìgẹ́ntìgẹ́ntìgẹ́. Ẹ̀yin lẹ́lẹ́ mú gbádùn mi.
lẹ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. ẹ̀yin lẹ́lẹ́ ń gbádùn mi ná. ẹ̀yin lẹ́lẹ́ fẹ́ tẹ̀mí wá. ṣebí èmi ní mẹ́gà bọ̀bọ̀. mẹ́gà gàgà náà. ebe lọmọdé òsùn táyé ń pariwo. ọmọ ìyàwó Jésù Kristi táyé ń fẹ́ o. Olúwa mo wá síwájú ẹ lọ́jọ́ èní. Ikú ń ṣe mí nìkan èmi àti gbogbo àwọn tó fẹ́ mi. Àti gbogbo wa lórí ìfún mẹ́rin àgbáyé o. Àwọn síwájú ẹ fábọrẹ tó ní mọ́tò èrò. Ojú ògùn ìgbà kẹyìn láwa yìí. Ọlọ́run máa jẹ́jẹ́ àdúgbò mi lọ. Rántí ìlérí tó ṣe. Bàbá rántí máa jẹ́mu rẹ̀ wípé.
ẹ̀yin lẹ́lẹ́ ó bá wa.
Ilẹ̀ rí o.
ẹ̀yin lẹ́lẹ́ ó bá wa. ẹ̀yin lẹ́lẹ́ ó bá wa.
Ayé o.
láyé bá gbógun dé.
Mo ti dá láyọ̀, mo ti dá ṣẹ́gun. Nínú Jésù, mo ti dá ṣẹ́gun. Ikú wà ní délé, kò wá ní nílé o. Àrùn wà ní délé, kò wá ní nílé o. Mo ti dá láyọ̀, mo ti dá ṣẹ́gun. Nínú o, nínú o, nínú o, nínú o, nínú Olúwa. Ọba tó gbé ikú mi ní ṣẹ́gun ti ṣẹ́gun fún mi. Ọba tó gbèjà Mósè ti gbèjà mi lọ. Ikú tó yẹ kó pa mí bàbá ti lù ú pa. Àrùn tó yẹ kó ṣe mí bàbá ti tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ o. Òun wá là mí padà, ó wá sọ mí dọ̀mọ́. Mo wá jagun mólú mo borí ọ̀tá mi. Ṣé wá rí i pé mo dá láyọ̀, mo ti dá ṣẹ́gun nínú o, nínú o, nínú o, nínú o, nínú Olúwa. Mo ti dá láyọ̀, mo ti dá ṣẹ́gun. Nínú Jésù, èmi ti dá ṣẹ́gun. Ilẹ̀ rí, ikú wà ní délé, kò wá ní nílé o. Àrùn wà ní délé, kò wá ní nílé o. Ìwọ, mo ti dá láyọ̀, mo ti dá ṣẹ́gun. Nínú o, nínú o, nínú o, nínú o, nínú Olúwa. Òun ló já mi nínú ìdè òkúṣẹ́.
òun ló já mi nínú ìdè. òun ló já mi nínú ìdè.
Mo ti dá ṣẹ́gun. Ogun ti ṣe pátápátá.
òun ló já mi nínú ìdè. òun ló já mi nínú ìdè. òun ló já mi nínú ìdè. mo ti dá ṣẹ́gun.
Fáyé gbà mí.
Everything.
Everything I want to hear.
Everything, man. It's the best station.
Yes, Media Academy Radio. We are.
Everything.
Everything I want to hear.
We are the pace setters.
Gbẹ́sẹ̀lé kankan, jíjó máa dàgbà. What would I do without your smile now?
Ready, set. It's going down.
Right here at Yes, Media Academy Radio.
All the hits. One station.
Yes, Media Academy Radio.
The #1 hit music station.
No matter the stage, there's still room for greatness. No matter the stage, there's a bit of greatness in every man. There's power to rise, there's power to conquer, there's power inside, there's a gift of power in every man.
Be the greatest that we can be. We've got power to thrive. Be the champions, make history.
And there's no telling with these Nigerians. And he makes it to the 18. And he is the, oh my goodness, what a goal!
Definitely the champions when it comes to broadcasting. And it's that time whereby we exhibit it again. The power we've got over others is definitely what we are about to exhibit here again today, this evening. Good evening to you wherever you are. Wherever you are listening to us, or wherever you are watching on any of our social media platforms. This is Yes Man Radio, coming to you live from the city of Ibadan, from the stables of Yemi Sonde Media House, Felele Christians, Yemi Sonde Christians, Felele Expressway, right here in the city. What we are definitely going to be doing, you know what it is, and if you don't, Yes, my sports is taking the airwaves at this point in time. And definitely, I ain't doing this alone. I've got my very wonderful brother, Baba Baby. Baby definitely will get a bro very soon, sir. And one will be called Gold, the other will be called Get Up. A big thank you to my dear brother, my colleague here, and it's really nice to see him again. Really nice to have him with us here. The one I call Damilola Amoda, better known as Goal Getter. He is a goal getter. Goal Getter, I say good evening to you. Thank you for joining me on Yes My Sports.
Yeah, good evening, TD, and good evening to Ibadan City. Good evening to all sport fans out there. It's good to be here to talk sport. Whenever we come behind the MIC, this is what we know how to do best. I want to give it to you the way you like it.
No doubt about that. Give it to us the way you love to, and we will surely keep spicing you up. Sports is back. Premiership is back. The Bundesliga has been ongoing. Spanish La Liga is back. WTA ATP is back. NBA is coming in. We will be serving you all these wonderful stories, juicy stories here on the program. Yes, my sport. The irresistible TD alongside Go Getter. Welcome to Yes Sports on Yes Ma Radio, the First Media Academy Radio.
Great defensive tackle. And there's no telling with these Nigerians. And he makes it.
Thank you, Ajon Ikum Toby. I just hope I got that name properly. I will definitely look back into it and say thank you properly. Thank you. Gracias. Without wasting more time, let's get down to the business of the evening. Before we talk football, I'd like to let you know that in the world of boxing, WBC has contacted Tyson Fury regarding his status and plans with Anthony Joshua over that fight, and surely it's one fight we are looking forward to. The WBC have contacted Tyson Fury regarding status and plans with Anthony Joshua and Dillian White fight. I'm looking forward to this fight, man. Also, still staying in the world of boxing, Anthony Joshua will not have a firm date imposed by the IBF, and that's for his mandatory defense against Kubrat Pulev, as talks continue over a venue for the fight. Now, before Anthony Joshua can fight Tyson Fury in an undisputed heavyweight championship fight in 2021, with financial terms already agreed on, he must make a mandatory defense against Pulev, which has been delayed because of COVID-19. So definitely we're looking forward to that match, to that fight between Anthony Joshua and what's it called again? And Tyson Fury. These two heavy punchers. We really want to know which of them is heavier. Who does more of the punching, and we'll look forward to hearing from you all out there in the course of the program. But then I'll give it to you. Nigeria's own British born fighter as well, Anthony Oluwaseyi Joshua. I watched a couple of his documentaries, and I saw him. He loves to eat fufu. And straight to Formula One. Former Formula One driver Alex Zanardi remains in serious but stable condition in intensive care after undergoing surgery for a head injury he sustained in a handbike accident in Italy on Friday. That was yesterday. We hope Alex Zanardi will get better as soon as possible. Thank you for staying with us. If you're just joining us, welcome on board. This is Yes Sports. And because I know we don't have much time, let's get down to football stories.
The world is the stage, and we are the players. Nothing that we fear.
definitely. Let's just get to talk about some of the matches that has been played in the course of the week, and we'll look at some of them that were played earlier today, and those that will be played tomorrow and on Monday. Sports is back. Football is back. Goal Getter is here once again. Goal Getter. Let's just begin this by going straight to the Spanish La Liga. And one match has been played, and it's ended 3-1. That's between Espanyol and Levante. And also Athletic Bilbao defeated Real Betis 1-0. Much later tonight, it will be Getafe taking on Eibar, and Atletico Madrid will be taking on Real Valladolid.
Oh my goodness, what a goal!
A big thank you goes to you. Gift Chikwas, I love you, darling. All the way from Akwa Ibom State. Really, I miss you so much. And also, much later this evening, from Italy, Serie A, Torino will be taking on Parma, and Verona will as well take on Cagliari. All the matches from the German Bundesliga have been played. Let's just quickly get around that. From the German Bundesliga, earlier today, FC Bayern München defeated Freiburg 3-1, even though they have won the league. FC Cologne and Eintracht Frankfurt played a 1-1 draw. Fortuna Düsseldorf and Augsburg played a 1-1 draw. Hertha Berlin defeated Bayern Leverkusen with Kai Havertz. Oh God. 2-0. Hoffenheim, the German Bund, smashed 4 past Union Berlin. And also Mainz 05 defeated Werder Bremen 2-1, and Paderborn 07 lost at home to Bayern Mönchengladbach 3-1, 1-3, and also RB Leipzig lost at home to Borussia Dortmund. It ended RB Leipzig 0, Dortmund 2. Schalke 04 lost again woefully. Wolfsburg spanked them 4-1. Oh, this is amazing. This is the point whereby I bring in my brother, the Go-Getter. Once again, I say thank you for joining us. Now, Go-Getter, let's first of all, before we begin to elaborate and look at sports back properly now, let's look at how COVID-19 has affected sport. As a sport person, analyst, presenter, what's your assessment of this COVID-19, how it has disrupted sports generally, not just football?
Yeah, it's no more news that COVID-19 is seriously ravaging the society nowadays, and is giving a heavy blow to the sporting activities across the globe, not only in Nigeria. But I would like to start from Nigeria. Remember the normal sports festival we used to have, that is the National Sports Festival, was affected, and it has been postponed to later dates. Hopefully, it will come up later this year. And even the football matches in Nigeria, the MPFL and the NNL has been suspended. Even to the world at large, the Olympics has been postponed to next year. So that shows COVID-19 has seriously given a heavy blow to sporting activities across the globe. But the good news is sporting activities are gradually resuming, and now we can watch EPL matches, La Liga matches. No, though the paparazzi, the fans are not allowed to come to the studio, but at least I think we are getting back to our normal life gradually.
When it comes to sports,
life without sports is like a boring life, so to say. So I think for now we just have to make do with what we have. Now we've seen sporting activities without fans in the stadium for the first time in a long year.
100 days.
100 days without sporting activities. So it's good that we are gradually coming back, and I think coronavirus is not a joke. Sporting activities, many of them are contact sports. Football, basketball, you just have to make contact. So gradually we are coming back, but sport will never remain the same.
Sports will never remain the same, just as Goal-Getter has stated here, and I truly concur with him as well, because this is something we are trying to get used to now that we have to watch football, most especially most of the sports in our houses. The viewing centers are not allowed as well, so we'll get there. But let's just get down to the most celebrated league in the world, which I believe it is the English Premier League, the most celebrated, the most decorated, and it has the fanfare. Now, looking at sports, football, before we go straight to the English League Premiership now, football without the spectators, how do you look at this?
Football without the fans in the stand, it's not normal. It's not something we used to see.
Absolutely.
Now clubs are finding it difficult to cope without our fans, because we believe they are the 11th player, the 12th player on the field. So now the home advantage is no more there, because they are the guys behind the guys on the pitch. Now we have clubs that can go away from home and beat other clubs, because that momentum is no more there.
It happened in the course of the week. Was it yesterday? Norwich versus Southampton.
Before, when you want to travel to Anfield to face Liverpool,
my goodness,
like you are going to a Lions Den. Before, when you want to go to Signal Iduna Park, the home ground of Borussia Dortmund, the fans will always give you a tough time. So that noise, that paparazzi, that atmosphere alone will make footballers that doesn't know what he's doing to be jittery. So for now, playing behind closed doors is not what we are used to, but we can't do anything about it, because health is very, very important. Health comes first before sports. So I think majorly the home advantage has been taken away because the fans will believe they are the 12th player on the field.
Yeah, the 12th player on the field, and therefore now. And it has to just do with these 22 men running after a round leather ball. And it doesn't have to do the home team. Cannot count on having the home supporters, but notwithstanding, it's really, really still very good to have the Premiership, the La Liga, and every other leagues in the world back at this period in time. Because I still believe COVID-19 was almost giving everybody a heart attack, not watching football and all the stuff for those who love football. All right, quickly, let's look at your highs and lows for the outgoing week. Now, what will you say was and is still your high and low for this outgoing week, Go-Getter? What was that?
Yeah, my moments we have to be the EPL that resumed on Wednesday, and we saw what happened at the Etihad Stadium in the
Mm.
match between Manchester City and Arsenal.
Oh goodness me, we're coming to that.
Everyone was angry to watch that match, and we saw what happened. The usual way City used to beat Arsenal remained the same. They lost by 3 goals to 0, but Arsenal fans were not happy, and now another that just happened today. But by and large, we are happy that EPL came back, because before the EPL came back, German Bundesliga was on. But you can't expect the rate German Bundesliga will draw fans, or with the rate EPL will draw fans. Even when the view centers are banned from showing those live matches, people still try as much as possible to watch them one way or the other. That would be my high moment. But my low moment will have to be in the French Ligue 1. The French Ligue 1 was cancelled last in April. Now the government came out yesterday that now fans can be allowed into the stadium, at least 5,000 fans from Monday. So they acted in a hurry. Now they've given sporting activities go ahead that okay, they can resume, because they've seen the big guys. Now football is back in Italy, is back in Spain, is back in England. Now we won't be able to see the remaining part of the French Ligue 1 because it has been cancelled. But we still have the French Cup and the French League Cups to watch. But I think the government acted in a hurry. The government said no sporting activities will be allowed till September. Now we are in June, and now you came out yesterday that okay, sporting activities can resume on Monday after they've cancelled the French League 1. And apart from that, coming to Nigeria, I think the way our administrators has been foot dragging on now,
the resumption of the NPFL
is not encouraging at all. We have other countries they are coming up to resume leagues, but here we don't have any plan, we don't have any agenda on how to resume a league. Maybe because some people have been saying there's nothing to play for. We don't have sponsors, there's no prize money for the league, so why should we continue? But I think we have guys that are happy going to stadium to watch those matches. And in the NNL, very, very disappointing one. The league went on break in December and never came back to now.
6 months after.
6 months after. And what will be the hope? What will be the fate of Shooting Stars? Now they are on the verge of going in promotion to the NPFL. They are topping the table. Now the league has not resumed. So what is going on in Nigeria League?
Probably let's keep our fingers crossed, and let's just hope that maybe the first two clubs in the NNL will join. Nobody will be relegated, so that they will just join them to make the number 24, increase to 24
teams season.
So let's just keep our fingers crossed. But you can be rest assured that from Yes Ma Radio, we will always serve you with all the happenings. Yes Ma Radio, the first media academy radio, and it is Yes Sports, CD and Go Getter here, analyzing all the happenings in the world of sports. Let's get down to the Premiership matches that started earlier in the week on Wednesday precisely. Aston Villa took on Sheffield United. Did you see what happened in that match? The goal line issue, the goal that was controversially disallowed. Now, how will you rate the VAR? How will you rate this goal line technology? Has it helped at all, or is worsening? Is making the game? Is bringing the game into disrepute?
Yeah, actually, what happened between Sheffield United and Aston Villa was very disappointing because we have the goal line technology that disappointed us on that night. Actually, it's not the fault of the referee, because those that installed that goal line technology, the Hawkeye company, on a normal day when the ball goes into the net, there will be a signal on the wristwatch the referee is having on his wrist. But the technology failed that night. But by and large, we have referees, we have assistant referee on the field. Before goal line technology came, we were playing football. So what happened to those assistants? I think technology is there to assist the referees, not the other way around. So the referee on that night was not spot on. The ball went into the net, but we can't just take controversy away from football. In English Premier League. That's what make it interesting. Controversies every time. So I think it was very, very disappointing for Sheffield United because they are on the verge of qualifying for the Europa League. So because they are behind Manchester United, but the season is still on. They can still redeem their image, but I think the VAR and the goal line technology disappointed us on Wednesday. But in technology, you can't expect 100% absolute results.
But before we look, the goal line technology disappointed in that match between Aston Villa and Sheffield. But the goal line, the VAR, everything, it was the means at which that second penalty that Manchester United will have been given yesterday night against Tottenham will still come up to all those matches. But now let's quickly look at the match between Manchester City and the almighty Arsenal Football Club at this point in time. I don't know what's wrong with that team at this time. Now, were you expecting that bashing from Manchester City against a top team like Arsenal?
Yeah, actually, I wasn't disappointed because I knew Arsenal will lose that night. You can't compare the array of stars at Manchester City to that of Arsenal. So even with the fact that David Luiz disappointed on the night, but not only David Luiz, the whole Arsenal team were not at the party on that night. So you can't do more than your ability. Remember, in the last 7 matches, City has always been defeating Arsenal. So even out of those 7 matches, they've scored at least 3 goals in 6 occasions. So that shows they really know what they are doing. But Arsenal, when you face a big team, that is where you should be able to show your mentals. But for now, I think Arsenal has been relegated to the back seat when you are talking about the big assist guys in the league. And a clear testimony to that is their result and their standing on the table. I think for now they are 9th on the log. Remember, they also lost earlier today. So on Wednesday, I wasn't expecting something spectacular from Arsenal. So I believe City will defeat them, and City did not disappoint me. So I think Arsenal this season they've been woeful because if you look at the table this season, they've considered the same number of goals they've scored. They've scored 41 goals and they've conceded 41 goals. So that shows this team there is nothing special in the team. When you call yourself a big team, the way you score, you also let in goals. That will surely affect your standing on the league table. If you look at Arsenal this season, they find it difficult to win. The win ratio, if you look at their win ratio, is very, very small. Out of 30 matches this season, they've only won 9.
Out of 30 matches, yes, they've won just 9 matches.
And they've lost 8. But they find it comfortable to draw matches than to lose matches. They've recorded 13 draws this season. So, and if you look at the guys on the top of the log, you have Liverpool that have only lost 1 game this season, and you have City. Though City have lost 7 games, but the City have recorded 19 wins out of 29 matches. That shows the winning mentality is not in Arsenal. And when the winning mentality is not there, there's no way those guys will bring in their grade A into the match.
Go get it. Let me just let's look at that Arsenal team properly. Let's look at where would you say they are having the major problem? They have a very good goalkeeper. Unfortunately, today he got injured and he was stretched out. Leno, very good goalkeeper. But the defense line, Socrates, Papa, Dulolos, they're all there. But still, they let in goals with ease. Where would you categorize where Arsenal has the greatest problem?
Yeah, for now, I think their weak point is the defense. The guys at the defense are not really encouraging, but in attack, the guys they have been able to do their job. For now, Aubameyang is trying his best. At least out of that 41 goals, he has scored 20 goals. So that shows he has scored half of the team's goals this season. But when you have the guys at the defense, they are letting in goals, and when you have a David Luiz that is 33 already and is not bringing his grade A into games now, he is the most experienced in that defense. And when you have someone like Socrates, though he's old also, and you have other guys like Bellerin, and you have Kolasinac and Chamberlain, Chambers, Mustafi. These guys are not top defenders. David Luiz on a good day is not fantastic. It's not fantastic. Okay. When David Luiz was at Chelsea, he played with guys that can die on the field of play. When you play with the likes of John Terry, Ashley Cole, Ivanovic, and you have a Peter Cech at the back, even when you are not good, those guys will cover up for you. But now you are playing in the midst of Mustafi, Bellerin, Socrates. There is no way you won't commit schoolboy errors.
Is it an aspect whereby Arsenal, they don't have the capacity to get top class players, or that top class players will not want to come to Arsenal?
Yeah, absolutely. Because when you want to sign a player, the player will have to look at your history, he will look at your pedigree. Arsenal for now has not been playing the Champions League for the past 3 years. No player will want to go to a club where he won't be able to play in the Champions League. We call the UEFA Champions League the mother of all football competition in the world. So even Aubameyang that is there is finding it difficult to stay. He wants to leave because he's not winning trophy. Now, when you want to woo players, even the pedigree of the coach will determine. When you have a Mikel Arteta that is just coming up, that will be his first job, major job. So there is no way you can convince a player that okay, come and play for me. The player will look at okay, what have you won, or where have you coached? You can compare Mikel Arteta with the likes of Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, even Carlo Ancelotti at Everton. These guys have won a lot of things, so they can convince you come and play for me. Even the team is not as spectacular. There is no top player in the team.
Go getter. But when we had the likes of Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, Freddie Ljungberg, Dennis Beckham, Fabregas, you saw what these guys did when they won the league. Then when they were called the Invisibles, compared. What really has gone wrong with that team, Arsenal? We watched them earlier today against Brighton Hove Albion, and we saw that last goal in the 94th minute of the and I don't know what to say. Arsenal, the angels there.
Yeah, the issue boils down to the material you have at your disposal. There is no way in Formula One. There is no way you bring a Mercedes and a kart. That kart racing. You can't compare them together. So one is faster than another. So Arsenal, that material is not there at the club. When Wenger was there, Wenger was able to convince some players to come and play for him because of the experience and because he has something to show. He has won some laurels. Now, when you have the likes of Thierry Henry, you have Patrick Vieira, you have Cesc Fabregas, you have Alexander Leb, and some top guys. Then though relatively Arsenal were doing fine then, but those guys were not even comfortable even when Arsene Wenger was here. We have many of them that left to Manchester City, Adebayo, Ramsey, Sagna, and the rest, because they wanted to win trophies. A player will not stay at the club where the club is not serious. They will look at how serious is the club when now you have big guys pumping in money to buy players. Now look at Chelsea. They've just signed, even the season has not ended, they've signed 2 players. So that shows they mean business. Now Arsenal, they signed Nicolas Pepe in the summer. He has not been able to deliver as expected. Now, if you can't convince players that okay, I can buy big guys to come and play for you, there is no way they will stay. So for now, I think the players, many of them in Arsenal are below average players. I can only point out to maybe someone like Aubameyang, maybe Lacazette. That's all. Others are just below average players, and you can't deliver. You can't deliver what you don't have. You can only deliver with what is within your reach. So I don't blame them, because you can't compare. Look at Manchester City. Even their reserve, their first 11 is as good as the bench. when you replace a Leroy Sané with Kun Aguero, or you replace a Kun Aguero with Gabriel Jesus, when you replace a David Silva with Riyad Mahrez, you know these guys are, even the bench is as good as the first team. So there is no way they won't beat others. Even Manchester United are coming up. Look at the way they signed Bruno Fernandes. He has been delivering for them. They signed Igalo. At least Igalo is scoring goals also. So Arsenal has not been convincing. If you don't sign quality players, there is no way you will win matches.
You're still on to Yes Sports, coming to you live from the studios of Yesma Radio, the First Media Academy Radio. Today, the 20th day in the month of June 2020. A big shout out to you all out there. Shitu Temitokwe Richard, thank you. Oladimeji, my brother, I say thank you as well. Lizzie Chikwes, all the way from Akwa Ibom State, thank you. And if you're just joining us, welcome on board. We are looking at all the footballing results that has been played earlier and those that are still ongoing today. Quickly, go-getter, let's look at the match between Manchester United and Tottenham. Tottenham taking on Manchester United at their new stadium yesterday. Jose Mourinho against his former team. If you have to look at that match, what will you say? How will you describe the match?
Yeah, I think Jose Mourinho was lucky to record a point in that match. Remember, we say thanks to the VAR, the last minute penalty that was given. The VAR came to his rescue, and Jose Mourinho was not even happy about the points. But I think by and large, Manchester United are coming up. Bruno Fernandes also scored from the spot, but United also have some lapses. Remember that goal Tottenham Hotspur scored the way it was scored. I can remember Roy Keane was very, very angry.
Yes, with, I'm going to call. Yeah, we're going to come out
with Harry Maguire and
David
De Gea. Yeah. Because when you sign a defender for £80 million, you expect him to marshal that defense. The way
Ferdinand and Co.
When you have Ferdinand, you have Vidic, Nemanja Vidic at Man United. You can't just score that kind of goals when they are there. But now you have a Harry Maguire that was signed for £80 million and could not be able to stop that guy. Look at that run into the defense. It was like there was nobody in that defense. So So I think they still have a lot of things to do in the defense. Harry Maguire for me is not as good as we are told. I still believe he's just an average defender. You can't compare him with Virgil van Dijk at Liverpool. So for now, Man United are still doing fine. Maybe they won that match, at least they would have be behind at the shoulder of Chelsea. Remember, the top 4 is still there. But for now, I think the draw is okay for Chelsea because even Tottenham Hotspur are vying for the Champions League spot. So if Chelsea should defeat Aston Villa tomorrow, it will
be about 5 points difference.
Yes, between them and Man United. But I think the season is still on. We still have like 10 matches to go. So let's keep our fingers crossed. But Man United on that night were the better side. But we saw how Paul Pogba came in. It changed the tempo of the game. Rejuvenated Paul Pogba. People have been saying Paul Pogba should leave, but we saw the combination between Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. It was fantastic, and it really tormented defenders, the Tottenham Hotspur's defense. And luckily for Tottenham Hotspur, they ran away with the points.
All right, they ran away with the points. Jose Mourinho, he wasn't pleased with so many things there yesterday, and you can trust Jose Mourinho. He will always have something to say. Yes Sports on Yes Man Radio. All right, let's come down straight to let's take a little bit of what happened with Sevilla and Barcelona last night as well. Did you see that coming eventually?
Yeah, Barcelona fired blank yesterday. I expected them to at least to as much as possible to win that match. Even I was expecting Lionel Messi to score a 700 career goal. He's presently at 699. But Sevilla really stood their ground yesterday because remember they also they are looking for that Champions League spot because they are just 10 points behind Real Madrid now. So that draw was okay for them, but it wasn't okay for Barcelona considering the fact that Real Madrid are behind them.
Honestly,
Real Madrid will be playing tomorrow. If Real Madrid should win tomorrow, they will be having the same point with Barcelona. That is 65 points. And we know the season is still young. We still have 9 matches to go. Anything can happen. But for now, Barcelona, remember their first 2 matches, they won convincingly. But yesterday, Sevilla also are not pushovers. They are third on the log, even ahead of Atletico Madrid. So I think Sevilla yesterday, a draw was okay for them. But I think Barcelona fired blank yesterday. At least they should have scored a goal. Maybe a win will be okay for them. But for now, they will be praying Real Madrid fail to win tomorrow.
But looking at what Real Madrid have at hand right now, the firepower, the combination between Eden Hazard and Karim Benzema, Asensio, they are all looking very sharp. Is there a stopping for Real Madrid?
We saw how Real Madrid dismantled Valencia in their last match, and we saw that fantastic goal from Karim Benzema, one of the goal contender for the best goal of the season. For now, they are doing fine. Remember their first match, they defeated Eibar by 3-1, and Eden Hazard has been fantastic so far. I think he has provided a couple of assists since the restart of the La Liga. But for now, against Real Sociedad tomorrow, they will try as much as possible to win, because even Real Sociedad are not rookies. They assist on the log. They also want to go to Europe. If they should defeat Real Madrid tomorrow, they will be having 50 points, and they will leapfrog Getafe, and even Atletico Madrid should be playing later tonight. So if Atletico Madrid refuse to win, and if Real Sociedad win tomorrow, so that shows they might be finding themselves on the 4th position. But I think it won't be an easy ride for Real Madrid, considering the fact that the opponent also have something to play for. But I think the guys knows how to score goals. Benzema and this guy Marcelo, they'll be superb of recent. But I think away at Real Sociedad, though the fans are not there to support the home team, so that shows you can easily go anywhere to win. So, but Real Madrid, they will try as much as possible because they won't want to miss that opportunity. You remember when they defeated Barcelona during the El Clasico, they were at the same point with Barcelona, but they lost a couple of matches before the season was halted. So against Real Sociedad tomorrow, I think it will be a difficult match, but I think they should be able to win that match convincingly because even earlier in the season, though they lost at home to Real Sociedad by 3-4 earlier this season, they've lost to them. So that loss alone will give Real Sociedad it will be like a moral booster for them. That if you can go to Santiago Bernabeu to defeat them by 4-3, then we can defeat them at our backyard. I think it's going to be a tough match, no doubt.
We'll keep our fingers crossed. You can be rest assured we'll give it to you. Match is still ongoing from the English Premier League or English Premiership. West Ham taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers. And much later, the last match for tonight will be Bournemouth taking on Crystal Palace. It's still 0-0 between West Ham and Wolverhampton Wanderers. The few matches that had been played earlier today from the English Premiership, you have Watford taking on Leicester City, and it was a last-minute stop from Watford to deny Leicester City that glorious opportunity to extend their winning run. So it ended 1 goal apiece, Watford and Leicester City. And we told you earlier on, Brighton Hove Albion took on Arsenal, and a 94th minute goal from Brighton just compounded more worries for Arsenal. Goal-getter with Arsenal on that position in which they are, 9th position in the league. Is there a hope that Arsenal can still even compete at the Europa League next season? What's your take on that?
Yeah, even that 9th position is not sure for them because Crystal Palace will be playing tomorrow. Remember, Crystal Palace are currently 11th with 39 points. So if Crystal Palace
will be playing later tonight with Bournemouth.
So if they should defeat Bournemouth tonight, then Arsenal will be going down to 10th position. And even apart from that, you still have Burnley. Burnley still have a match to play, and even Everton also. So if Everton has a Merseyside derby against Liverpool, so if these guys should win their matches, then that shows Arsenal will be going down even maybe to 11 or 12 on the log. So, but for now, the European sports, I don't think they can achieve that this season, because if you look at the number of matches they still have ahead, because now they still have Liverpool, they still have Tottenham Hotspur, even they still have Leicester City. Now look at Leicester City. Leicester City want to qualify for Champions League. They still have Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolverhampton Wanderers wants to qualify for the Europa League. Now they still have Tottenham. Tottenham want to qualify for Champions League. Liverpool game will be like a dead rubber game. Liverpool might have won the league but Liverpool will also want to break that Man City record of highest points in the season. So I think they have a lot of work to do. Their next match will be against Southampton. I know Southampton also they are fighting for survival. If Southampton can win, they will be having 40 points. I know 40 points in EPL is a hallmark for you to escape relegation. So Arsenal still have a lot of things to do. I'm not sure they can qualify for Europe this season unless something miraculous happen to Arsenal, because the way they've been playing this season has not been convincing. That how can you play 13 matches and you win 9? It's not encouraging. And even guys, even Southampton at 13th position have won 11 matches this season. So that shows the winning mentality is not there at the Emirates Stadium. There's no way you can win games when you don't have winning mentality. And the way they concede goals, and and it's very very sad. Even if Crystal Palace at 11th position have not considered the number of goals Arsenal have considered this season. So that shows the coach has to work on the defense line and the midfield. The attack is okay. The guys they are doing their best. You have a Busayo Saka that has provided 10 assists this season. He provided another assist today, and you have another Aubameyang that has scored 20 goals this season. So that shows the attack is relatively okay. The defense is where they're having sleepless nights.
Now, if Arsenal, if they can get their acts right, we wish them the best. Now, quickly, let's look at some of the other stuffs going down in the world of football. I want us, before we go straight to transfers stories here, I'm trying to just let's look at some of the fixtures for tomorrow's match. Can you just give us some of the matches that will be taking place tomorrow from the Premiership? Some of the matches, I know the major one everybody would love to see is that Merseyside derby between Liverpool, Everton and Liverpool tomorrow at the Goodison Park without the fanfare. But that match is one match. I know I might miss every other, but that of Everton Liverpool is one match I really hope that I'm going to be a little bit less busy to be able to see that match tomorrow, because it's one match that will determine a whole lot for Liverpool tomorrow if they can. But be that as it may, while speaking with some people today, they were just like, there's nothing Everton can do. Liverpool will still smack them and smack them real good.
No one can beat the power of Niger. That's so we're taking the lead, and with greatness we are unstoppable.
All right, quickly, matches coming up tomorrow. You have Newcastle taking on Sheffield United, and also you have Aston Villa taking on Chelsea, and Everton will play Liverpool. What's your prediction between Aston Villa and Chelsea tomorrow?
Yeah, I think Chelsea will try as much as possible to win the match tomorrow. Remember, John Terry is currently the assistant coach at Aston Villa, while Frank Lampard is the coach of Chelsea. So it should be like two friends meeting each other. But I think for now, Aston Villa are not doing fine because currently they are in the relegation zone with just 26 points from 29 matches. So they are 19th on the log. So they will be fighting for their lives for them to escape relegation. But I think tomorrow there won't be any escape ground for them against Chelsea. Remember, the first leg ended 2-1 in favor of Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. So tomorrow, I think it should be an easy ride for Chelsea against Aston Villa, because if you look at Aston Villa this season, they've only won 7 games out of 29 matches. So they've lost 17. So that shows that winning ratio is very very low. So Chelsea should be able to win tomorrow if Chelsea really mean business. If they want to qualify for the Champions League, these games are games they should be able to win convincingly. And
talking Chelsea, quickly, Chelsea just signed Timo Werner, and earlier in the year they had done Hakim Ziyech from Ajax Amsterdam. Now, these two great players joining Chelsea, what's your take concerning them, and with the likely departure of the likes of Pedro, Willian, Michuba Chouai, Zabacosta, and so on. But let's look at Timo Werner and Hakim joining Chelsea. What would that attack look like?
Yeah, two fantastic transfer deal, if you ask me. Hakim Ziyech is a fantastic player at Ajax. You remember what he did to Chelsea in the Champions League.
4-4.
Yes, he is a fantastic player, and he will be bringing that firepower to Stamford Bridge next season. And when you look at someone like Timo Werner, a very fantastic player, a typical go pusher, and if you look at the way they signed him, that shows Chelsea really mean business. This guy has scored 32 goals in all competitions this season, so that shows he's not shying in the front of goals, and he has scored 93 goals in 157 appearances for RB Leipzig. And what thing I like about him is he knows how to score goals and he knows how to assist. If he's not scoring, definitely he will be providing assists. He has recorded 40 assists with 93 goals for his club since he joined them. So that shows when he's on the field of play, he will always make impact. But my fear is, will he be able to bring in that spark he's having now at RB Leipzig to Chelsea? Now, Frank Lampard will have a lot of work to do, because you have some guys. Now you have Austin Doyle, you have Tammy Abraham, you have Mason Mount. Though players like William will be leaving, Pedro might be leaving also. But I think these guys coming
Go Getter, my producer just said we will need to go, but I can assure you we will still have to come back and deliberate and elaborate on this. I want to say a big thank you to Damilola Muda, the one we call Go Getter. Thank you so much for honoring us and for joining us here on Yes Ma Radio on Yes Sport. Hopefully, God willing, next week Saturday we'll be here again together to do that. Thank you, Go Getter.
That's my best.
And so it's about time for us to leave, but definitely we are not leaving you here. We're leaving you in the hands of the Almighty, and I will believe that God Almighty will bring us all together again to hear and watch each other. It's been a big pleasure being here. Thank you to my very articulate producer as well, Dami Ologunfe Ajibola. Thank you, Ajiboye. I took too much of Gunfe earlier today, that's why. And the man behind me, Folabi Biodun, thank you so very much. And you, all, everybody on our Facebook and YouTube channel, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you. My name is Olatunde Ido. You call me Irresistible TD. To the big boss himself, Yemi Sonde Jigankala. Baba, you're too much. God bless you. Bye for now.
Great defensive tackle. And there's no telling with these Nigerians. And he makes it to the 18. And he...
Grandma, tell me a bedtime story.
I will tell you a story about your daddy when he was a young boy. Your daddy used to be very troublesome, playful, but very brilliant. He was always having injuries. He loved playing football. Thank God, NCP was always there. I used to treat his minor injuries with NCP. NCP has been protecting homes for many years in liquid form and in different sizes. You can use it as a mouthwash, skincare. You can apply NCP as aftershave or add a little to your bath water. That's first aid. Or for manicure and pedicure. It is available in pharmaceutical stores and supermarkets near you.
NCP is a product of Nimet International Pharmaceuticals PLC. Every home needs. Get the vibe and get the feeling. Yes, Media Academy Radio.
Where hit music lives.
Feel the vibes.
When your music rocks and your station rocks.
What would I do without your smile now?
Ready? set. It's going down.
Right here at Yes Media Academy Radio. The rhythm goes on. We raise the roof all day, every day.
Everybody, jẹ́ ká gbọ́, ó yá ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́, everybody ká jọ gbọ́, àwa la lédè lálórẹ́, àwa ló lè tó kàn lọ́gbà, àwa la ṣètò táyé fẹ́, àwa ló ní ìròyìn tó nípọn, àwa la ṣètò tó mọ́gbọ́n wá, àwa la ṣètò tó gbáyé o. Yes Media Academy, rédíò táyé ń fẹ́. rédíò táyé ń fẹ́. Yes Media Academy rédíò táyé ń fẹ́. The First Media Academy rédíò táyé ń fẹ́. Má lọ yín, má lọ tẹ̀, má gbé kúrò yes. rédíò táyé ń fẹ́. Sọ́lá, ó yá ẹja jọgbọ́ o. rédíò táyé ń fẹ́.